Hey everyone, John Doyle from OptixEQ. Today I want to look at race 8 at Belmont Park. You can see the plot fit is green, light green. That's good. Contention is a flame though. That means there should be some early contention. Speed rating is a little bit low, so I don't expect a hot pace, but at least the pace that might look contentious. And the reason being, you see this EP, the run styles, there's about 5 horses that fit that run style. So they all like to be forwardly placed. There's not one that really kind of likes to separate. So you can see that also reflected in the plot, all these quadrant 1 horses on top of each other's in circles. Generally, that's a tough position for an EP to kind of win from. I noticed the favorite Icy Stare as part of that. And I just want to look and evaluate those early pace runners and maybe upgrade the horses coming from off the pace to squares, the 157, who look like to be prices. So that's a general kind of feel for this race. Downgrading horses that are forwardly placed EPs, upgrading the off the pace horses, the 157. So let me just clear this out. I'm going to show you why I feel that way about these early pace horses too. There's another reason. If you just quickly look down the 2, the 3, the 4, they have something in common. They all have a lot of red marks in their recent form. Those are notes that either had like favorable trips or horses that didn't finish or what have you. So there's question marks in all these horses too in terms of their recent form and their plot. So those are 2 kind of negative things. So I'm going to let's look at the favorite first of all. And you don't have to go out of the grid. You can get a mini grid if you just click the number of the horse on the right of the table. That's all I wanted to kind of do. So if we look at the favorite who's coming off a layoff, it looks like they tried to get this horse into multiple races recently and didn't for whatever reason. They don't have a reason for the scratch here. Maybe it's in the detailed grid, and I'll go look at that for you. But notice how this horse wins. Easy lead, perfect trip. So this horse is not going to probably get an easy lead today. If he does clear off, he's going to have to probably work for it. And you can see that when he doesn't have either the easy lead or perfect trip, this horse doesn't win and could finish off the board. You can see that. So I would just say right off the bat, this horse, especially at a 5-2 and probably going to be shorter, is a vulnerable favorite. He got that easy lead, ran a big race last time in terms of number. That number really doesn't match up. He kind of his numbers are much different when he has a perfect trip. Now, I'm not projecting a perfect trip based on the plot. Who knows how things will work out, but I'm against that horse. The 2 is another, the early pace horses. I'm going to click him. Don't like the no finish in 2 of his last 3 races. It was a little bit above today's level. The race at today's level, he ran okay, not bad, but just nothing spectacular number wise, kind of a little bit low. 82, the range is 85 to 93. So 2 is another one of those horses early on it doesn't look like a horse that we want to lean on. The 3, another horse that's got no finish, benefit from the bias, is only a good race. There's another horse that's looked like it was in a bunched up race, kind of similar to today's race. Nah, don't like him either. Let's look at the other 2. The 6, Beautiful Catherine. This is a horse that ran a good race alone last time, pressing and dueling the 2 times before, which is probably going to be more the trip he gets, not as good. Okay, so you get the idea here. I'm just trying to evaluate these horses with their current form and what kind of trip they're going to get. And then the 8 is the other one. No finish last time at Monmouth. Duel, no lead. Now this horse did run a good race 2 back at Gulfstream, second off a layoff. This horse does is won at Belmont dueling. This is I have to say, of all the horses that are, on the early pace, this horse likes to press and duel and be part of it. So, I mean, if you look at that horse as maybe one that comes out of this, maybe play more underneath, but looks like a horse that maybe with the outside post could sit a little bit. I wouldn't toss this horse. The others I'm against. Okay, and then let's evaluate the closers. 1, Diva Banca. This horse ran an okay race, kind of similar pace there, was a little bunched up, got flow, the race before. It looks like he's going to kind of get a similar race, around 82 last time. Yeah, he's okay. Gets a barn, trains back to Rodriguez. I don't love him, but in this race, with the way the pace scenario plays out, he's got to definitely be a consideration. The 5 is another one. This horse is a tough to play off recent form because, you know, but his last race was turf, gets much better. It was the first time in the Englehart barn. Time before that, it's hard to kind of look past that race. Just don't know. Just kind of got the similar kind of pace there and just didn't kick, but he was betting that race. And then, you know, you can make some excuses that he's running against better. He had kickback. He's a horse that is going to be a big price. And I'm just saying, if you can kind of just toss the last race, was on the turf, was the wrong distance, and give some forgiveness, and maybe the barn change helps him. Here's a horse, gets back with Davis, who's just kind of knows this horse. He's won with this horse 2 times before. This horse could just run one of those races. So pay attention to this horse. He won at 12 or nearly 13 to 1 at Aqueduct on kind of in a similar kind of closing trip. So pay attention to Buzzy. He's going to be a big price. And then the 7 is the other one. Got tactics last time. Time before ran a good race, just needed a drop because she's running against better. Kind of fits at this level. First time in the Actress barn. Another horse to consider. I'm upgrading the 157. And I think of the pace horses, I like the 8 the best, and playing against the 4 here in race 8 at Belmont. Follow us at OptixEQ on Twitter, or go to the website optixeq.com to learn more about our products. And thanks for supporting and listening to us. Thank you. Bye.